Good afternoon. I'm Arie.
And I'm Leo. Today we'll be doing a podcast on racism.
We've been recording it for the last few weeks and we would like to share it with you. Hi, and welcome to the podcast. I'm Arie.
And I'm Leo. Today we'll be talking about racism.
We will also tell you how to be an upstander, sharing our speeches on racism, and having a few interviews on people that have experienced racism personally. So let's start talking about racism.
Racism is when people with a different skin color or come from a different ethnicity get made fun of or treated differently because of that.
Some examples of this are saying things like, that person can't talk to us because they're black, or telling them to go away and leave you alone just because they're different to you. Another type of racism is stereotypical racism. It's making assumptions of people for the way they are, like thinking that person's a terrorist because they're Muslim, or that person can't drive because they're Asian.
Lots of people experience this every day, and it is sadly a reality for many.
Another huge thing is slavery. It happened all the time back in the 1600s when it began to when it was abolished in 1865.
It was abolished, but some people still think they are superior to people of different race and believe that they should have slaves.
It is terrible and needs to be stopped. Now we are going to have some interviews. First, we will interview Naida and after Nicholas, and they will be telling us their stories from when they got discriminated against and how they felt when it happened. So, Naida, would you like to tell us your story?
Discrimination and permission to work in high school. The people need discrimination for my age, black, nigga, me, yeah. It, is so it's very bad for me. Me sad. The school, the people see me. Nigga. The kid is creepy. It's very bad for me. And yeah, the people all the time. The kid is very bad and creepy. The the ear is black. It's horrible. Whoa. Yeah, it's very bad for me. Um, no worries. The people, it's good. No worries.
Okay. And how did you feel when they were making fun of you because of how you looked?
Um, so,
Were you sad? Were you annoyed at them?
maybe sad.
So this happens to you a lot. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for coming and telling us your story. It really means a lot.
No worries.
It's okay, thank you. And Nicholas, would you like to tell us your story?
Sure. So I think when I was about 5 or 6, I was walking down to the back paddock, and I overheard some kids say, "Hey, did you know that guy is Dutch? He must not understand English." While they make fun of Ryan's face, and well, I can understand English. Like I'm not born in the Netherlands. I'm just part Dutch, and like just because like I say I'm Dutch doesn't mean like I'm actually from the Netherlands. Like sure I can speak a little bit of Dutch, but like, I can understand English. Like I am English, no I'm Dutch. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Like it was a bit muffled because they were facing me at the time when they said it. That's why I'm roughing it out to say.
Okay, and how did this make you feel when it happened?
Well, obviously it was a bit what's the word, disheartening because like obviously like I said before, like just I'm saying just because I say I'm Dutch doesn't mean I'm not like. This doesn't mean I can't speak any other languages or understand any other languages. It's it also made me feel sad because they had the intent of making fun of me just because they didn't think I could understand English.
And why do you think they did this?
I don't really know. Like, I just don't know. Like, I don't really know what goes through most people's heads when they think about doing stuff like that. There's no real reason. Like, it doesn't really give you anything. It's like, um, it's like, I think they just must have done it because they saw the opportunity to say mean things in front of someone when they can't understand what they're actually saying.
Okay. And would you like to tell us your personal thoughts on racism?
Okay. Well, honestly, if I was just gonna like summarize it by saying like in a conversation, like I would just say, oh, it's stupid, like it's dumb. And like, but since it's like a podcast, I need to really give like a personal explanation. Like, I really think that just like it's really just trying to just have an excuse to be vile. Like, it's not really an excuse. Racism doesn't really have an excuse, but racism to me is just very like unwanted. It's very just like mean and like vile. But yeah, it's just I don't really have another way to describe it. I just kind of summarize it as it's stupid.
Okay. Well, Nicholas, thank you for coming and sharing your story. So now that we have heard the stories, we know how bad racism really is. We will now share short portions of our speeches. First, Leo will share.
Unfortunately, lots of people do it, and it's sad that they do. It starts sometimes getting made fun of someone else for something that they can't change, that being their culture or skin color. When you hear someone being racist, all kids can hear it, and then they think it's alright to do so. Sometimes we can be racist without even realizing. This is called casual racism, and it's wrong is wrong, and we need to make sure we are making people aware that are being racist.
Next, we'll have Mo. What racism does to people. If you racially bully someone or make fun of them, you usually don't realize the effects it can have on people. People that get bullied for something as small as skin color or where they're from can have huge effects on them that go as far as self-harm or even suicide. So if you do bully someone racially, just realize that you could cause them to kill themselves. If you're getting bullied racially, get some help.
Of our speeches.
Now we will tell you how to be an upstander. First, being an upstander is standing up when something is not right is happening and trying to stop it.
It can be hard if you're telling your friends to stop, but it would make the person get bullied feel way better to know that someone would stand up for them.
When you're being a bystander, you just stand there and don't do anything. If you do this, you're basically saying that you approve of racism.
Next some questions we have been asked. The first one we have is, how common is it for people to be an upstander and help out? We couldn't find a precise answer for this one, but we did find out that it's more common for people to be an upstander in a group that they know better.
The next question we have is, when did racism first start? We don't know a precise answer, but there is almost always been at least one form of racism in one time on Earth or another.
Next we have is what is the biggest way that people get treated by racism? It is sad, but if someone gets bullied in any way for long enough, they can kill themselves.
And the last question we have is, how often are people getting discriminated against in New Zealand? We couldn't find a precise answer, but in September 2016, a study showed that the Commissioner of Human Rights for Racism got over 400 complaints a year.
Well, that's all we have today. So hope you have a great day and hope we stop racism. That's all we have for today. So have a great day.